Okay, so I've covered weight loss for cosplay. However, while a heavy frame can be tweaked and toned with a workout, sometimes if your face just isn't something you're happy with, for your cosplay it doesn't look right, your coloration's off, you have a bit of acne, maybe a mole or something, there isn't much you can do about that, short of unneeded plastic cosmetic surgery, which I don't advocate. It's dangerous, and if you get it, your face will fall off the next time you go and try, and fail, to outsing Sarah Brightman. Though you will get to have sex with Terrence Zadunich. Haha, repo comment aside, I digress. Short of cosmetic surgery, though, makeup can do wonders. I get told I'm naturally pretty, but let's be real, without makeup, just like any ordinary person, my face can, look boring, dull, and, just not as smooth and pretty as a drawn, or in Jaina's case, computer-rendered character. However, a smooth coat of foundation will help with that. Now, this is a Mary Kay foundation. My dad's friend sells Mary Kay, and so she was able to come over and help me to pick out my skin tone. Usually you want someone who knows cosmetics to help you do that. And what you do, you dab it on your fingers, then you dab little dots on the places that you're going to be rubbing in the foundation, and then, you rub upwards, because if you rub downwards, it can make your face have a wrinkled appearance to it. So it's up and across when you're rubbing on foundation. And I'm sorry I'm leaning in so close and invading your personal space here, but you really, really, really have to make sure that it's rubbed in all the way, or else it looks wrong. And also, by the same token, you can't use it too heavily, or you get that horrible fake-ass Megan Fox look, and I hate that as much as I hate her. Anyway. Okay, so looks like the foundation is rubbed in entirely, and again, it doesn't cover everything absolutely perfectly. You can still feel a little pimple there because I picked at that, and there's still, moles, but you can put on just a tiny little bit extra to deal with that in those two places, because those are the problem areas for me right now. And there you go. So you never underestimate what a little bit of extra can do, but not too much. And you don't want to put it on in unneeded areas extra, because then you've got a caked on, disgusting look. And this is Luminescence, from MAC. I only bought it, actually, because it had Dr. Facilier on it, and they didn't have the hand mirror with him on it anymore, but actually, it's been really useful for me, especially as Jaina, because she has a very glowing, magical aura to her face. And so, what you do, you dab a little on your fingers, and then you sort of dab around the cheeks, because it goes on before the blush, and it just enhances the blush, is what this is for. And it costs like a shit ton of money at Macy's, so I don't use it that much. I literally only use it for, like, this cosplay. Like, I would never use this for Grell or Harley Quinn, because they're supposed to have a more sickly look to them, and a little bit of shine would not help that costume. Alright, so next, what you're gonna do is outline your eyes a bit. This eyeliner pen is broken, so it may fall apart when I open it, like it just did. But anyway, now what I like to do is, I like a bit of a thicker, more dramatic line. So, what I'm going to do is go over a couple of times. Usually you just go over once, and you have a nice, thin, ordinary looking line, but as I said, thicker and more dramatic is what I go for, because I do theater makeup more than cosmetology. And I also like a little tail at the end. And a little bit more under here. Good. Now, other eye. Oh, this is always the worst part, because see, as a reflex, that eye closes when this one does. I'm horrible at doing my own makeup, okay? I will just let you know that right now. So, because, as I said, reflex, this eye closes when that one does. Anyway, hopefully I'll get this about even, decently even, and the tail I can just do like that, so. one tail's a bit longer than the other, so I'm going to just a bit. There we go, better. Okay. Now, recently, for the rest of the eye stuff, I started using lime crime because it's not animal tested, so cruelty free, which I like, and it is also just really pretty, and it, has all these cool colors that other makeup doesn't, which I like. I'm gonna be using their primer now for the first time, and what it says to use the primer like is you put a little bit on your upper eyelid, and then it's in the other. And then a bit on my lower eyelid too, because I'm gonna do a bit down there. Oops, that's really black on there too. That's not good. Alright, so now I got my primer on. And what we do from there is, I use two kinds of magic dust for Jaina, because her whole theme is the whole purple and gold, like a mage. So what we have here is, this color is called Nymph, and it's a white gold, because Jaina's whole color palette is usually white and gold with a hint of purple because of the whole mage thing. And I have not actually opened this yet, so I've got to take off the little pad here, because it's a loose powder, like the luminescence that I just showed you. And those come in containers like this, with a bit of a shaker, so that you don't, use too much and run out. And so hopefully that has put out a bit for me. That should be enough probably. And then what I do with this is going to go on the lower lid, like so. Right down there underneath, so really get that in. Because this here is mainly to just enhance the look down here on the lower area. It's mainly just a highlight, like to really increase the glow. And I will get better at this, and I will do an updated version of this once I have figured out the primer a bit better. But for now, here's mainly how I do this. Highlight under the eye. Oh, that's good. And a bit more down here. Yep. Alright. And now I need a bit more for my upper lid. Alright, and so for the upper lid, and actually another good cosmetic company that's non-animal cruel and actually does have geeky makeup, which is nice, is Shiro Cosmetics. Originally, Shiro was an Etsy store that I would shop at occasionally for my cosplay palettes, and she's a nice person. If you send her a message, she will help you pick out a palette for a specific cosplay. That's what she did for me. My boyfriend is cosplaying as Squall, and then I have a friend as Shauna Prestor, and then I have another friend, we're doing a Batman group on day 3 of Otakon, Poison Ivy. So anyway, the woman at Shiro Cosmetics, she helped me to pick out a palette for each of those characters, and the palettes just look great. I cannot say enough good things about those palettes. Lime Crime, I never actually talked to the customer service, so I don't know if they could help too. I'll bet they would have. They seem like nice people, but anyway, so that's the Nymph, and the next palette, I'm gonna be gross here on it. Clean this off with my fingers, actually. And my bed sheet, because I don't have a sink in front of me, and I don't want to leave the camera because this is going to be all in one shot. Unless I run out of time, which I very well might, because we're at 9 minutes. And it's a 15-minute thing. Alright, anyway, the next one is called Twilight, no relation to the shitty vampire book, and this is a light violet purple, which, as you know, Jaina's other signature color is light violet purple, and also rich dark royal purples, which are so good. But I couldn't afford to get this and Empress both, so this we only need a very little bit. Like, this should actually be enough that I have right here. It's a tiny little sprinkling. And what we're going to do is a TNT bit right across there. Get this TNT a little bit right across the lid. Just really to enhance the gold is what we're using the purple for. And so ow, put myself in the eye with it. Ow, that really hurt. Oh well, I'm fine. Okay. Alright, and then to finish off the eyes, I like a little bit of this mascara because what this does is it curls the eyelashes a little and also it darkens and enhances them. And also the eyeshadow is a little bit less severe when you have thicker lashes. Um, and actually, if you have the proper tools to do eyeshadow, then that does help it come out better as well. Just, I also have a puppy, hence why I like the animal cruelty-free stuff. Is he in here? Goofy! Goofy! Nope, he's not here. Anyway. But I like the animal cruelty-free stuff because I don't want to think about Goofy getting hurt in the lab or anything. But I have a puppy, and so he ate my brushes when he was first brought here. Anyway, that aside, now we move on to a cheek blush. Okay. This is also from the MAC Disney Villain collection, and it's called Briar Rose, despite having Maleficent on the cover. And this is where the luminescent powder really comes in handy. Dr. Celia and Maleficent working together. Oh, imagine how awesome that would be. Anyway, smile and cross. Very light touch, because too much blush will give you a medieval hooker look rather than an art mage look. Which I probably already have, but still. Anyway, so, the final touch to this, again, Jaina Proudmoore's signature purple. So I'm using Airborne Unicorn from Lime Crime. I have used this lipstick a lot. It's my favorite. I wear it to work almost every day. And it really turns out nicely. See, there's a really good purple there. And now how I really enhance this is a bit of lip plumper slash gloss, because Jaina is a sexy character. This gives you that sexy starlet Angelina Jolie plumpness to your lips. Now kissy faces. And that is how I do my makeup for cosplay. And as you can see, despite the little extra shine, because again this is my first time actually using the primer, it looks fairly good. It has a more elegant appearance to it. And again, Jaina's makeup in-game is much more subdued. I would have actually, if I was going for that, used a light brown eyeshadow that you could barely see, not going with the tails, and her lipstick I would have used Central Fuchsia. Still with the plumper, but not as much. But again, I go for a really intense, sort of eye-catching, stylistic thing when I cosplay, rather than what's actually in-game. I am a theater makeup artist, and I enjoy making things pop. Anyway, hope that helped you, and have a good day.